Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Mike Gamble.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.
And joining us again for another episode, we got Patrick Codo from the Codos Mojo. Patrick, thanks for joining us again, bud.
Hey, thank you for having me, Ian. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, boys. So let's get into Talladega Super Speedway. First off, we got the Xfinity Series race. It is the Unhinged 300. It's a 300-mile race. Stages 1 and 2 are 25 laps each, and the final stage is 83 laps, a total of 113 laps. Most wins by an active driver is Martin Truex Jr. with 3 wins, and last year's winner was Tyler Reddick. We got a notable in this race. We got AJ Allmendinger. He's going to be running for the Dash for Cash. So, guys, who do you have to win the race for the Xfinity Series race? Patrick, let's start off with you.
All right, for the Xfinity Series race, I'm going with my man, the Melon Man, Ross Chastain.
All right. He's a good plate track racer too, Patrick. He won at Daytona in the summer last year, so not a bad pick to win at the plate track.
And if he wins, we get to see him smash a watermelon.
Yes,
that's
sir.
right.
You have to smash a watermelon if you
Yeah,
win.
Patrick, I want to see you smash a watermelon when he wins.
All right, I will go to the store, buy a watermelon, and I will take a video of me smashing that watermelon. My parents are gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing with that watermelon?"
He's gonna show up to Ian's house for a race for the rest of the year now with a watermelon.
With
Like,
a
so guys,
watermelon.
Yes.
just in case Ross wins, you know.
All right, Mike, so who you got to win the Xfinity Series race?
All right, I'm going with a smidge bit of the underdog route here for the Xfinity Talladega race. It's a guy who had pretty decent races this past weekend and is a very good plate racer. It's kind of a sneaky good plate racer. Has the third most points accrued amongst active drivers at in Xfinity at Talladega. I'm going to go with the 39er Ryan Sieg to get it done.
Oh,
Ryan
you took
Sieg
my
has
pick.
turned into I could tell by your reaction there, buddy. But no, Ryan Sieg's turning into one of the better plate racers in that series. I think he's a guy who, if you're looking for a good dark horse, Ryan's the way to go.
All
right, Nick. So who you
I'm
got?
staying in the college racing camp, and I'm going with the number 11, Justin Haley here. Justin is a really good restrictor plate racer. He damn near won 2 years ago in the Xfinity Series, but the double yellow line got him at Daytona, unfortunately. And then, yeah, the man won a cup race at Daytona, I guess. But no, all in all, Justin Haley, I'm putting that one in asterisk. But no, all in all, Justin Haley is a very smart restrictor plate racer. He usually does really well there year in, year out. So I look for the number 11 to get his first win of the season coming at Talladega.
All right. Well, Mike took my pick for Ryan Sieg. So my second guy in line, I got to stick with colleague as well. I'm going to go with the 16 of AJ Allmendinger. He has been killing it on these oval tracks lately. And he, came in second last year, but he got disqualified due to failing post-race inspection. But he's good here on the plate races. I think we're going to see the 16 of AJ Allmendinger taking the checkered flag and also taking that $100,000 as well.
Ian, I'm almost surprised you didn't pick Jeremy Clements, because Jeremy Clements is also a very good restrictor plate racer. Actually, in the last 10 races, he has scored the eighth most points here. So he was going to be my original pick, but then I decided to go with Haley. But I expect Jeremy to run well as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a good dark horse pick as well. Definitely. We'll have to look out for the 51 on Saturday. All right, guys. So let's get into the Cup Series race at Talladega. We got the Geico 500. It's a 500-mile race. Stages 1 and 2 are 55 laps each, and the final stage is 78 laps for a total of 188 laps. Last year's winner was Chase Elliott in the spring and Ryan Blaney in the fall. So, guys, who do you have to win on Sunday? Patrick, let's start off with you.
Come on. How well do you guys know me? Gotta go with Chase Elliott, man. Make it 2 years in a row in Talladega. Shake and bake.
I like it.
There you go, man. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
Get that revenge from the Miami race.
There you go. All right, Mike, who you got?
So, all right, boys, I'm going to have to be a homer as well on this one. I'm going to have to go with the 12 of Ryan Blaney to
Of
finally
course.
get it done. Ryan Blaney has proven to be one of the premier restrictor plate racers in NASCAR. As of right now, in my head, when you think restrictor plate, you're thinking of Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, so on and so forth. Ryan Blaney is definitely in that category. He wins the Talladega last year. Follows it up with a really close runners-up at the Daytona 500 this year in the Ryan Newman race, as we'll call it. So I think as long as he can avoid the wrecks, the 12 is one of the men to beat.
All right.
Well, for my pick, I just mentioned him on Kinzel's Classroom not too long ago. He scored a B for me. But when we come to Talladega, he easily scores an A every single year he comes out. I'm picking the 10 of Eric Almirola. Last 10 races here, he has scored the 5th most points. He has a win here a couple years back in the playoffs. So I think Eric, when he comes to this racetrack, Eric's a really good restrictor plate racer. He has 2 wins on restrictor plates. He's really just smart about it, the way he goes about racing these races. So I'm going with the 10 of Almirola to get his first win of the 2020 season and really keep his strong runs going here.
All right. And again, my pick has been stolen. I was going to pick Eric Almirola. So let me look through here 1 second to see who is really, really good at Talladega. You know what? Talladega, anything can happen here. I am going to go. You know what? I'm going to go with Rocket Man, number 6, Ryan Newman. He's going to get it done. He's going to get redemption for that photo finish with Ryan Blaney last year. And he's going to get redemption on a plate race for what happened to him at Daytona. Check out the number 6, Rocket Man, in Victory Lane on Sunday for the Geico 500. That's going to be a huge victory.
I actually love that pick.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see, honestly.
I'm surprised you haven't picked Kozlowski. He has 4 wins at Talladega.
He's one of the best here. He's one of the best plate racers. But I was going to. I was like, no, Ryan Newman. He's so good at these plate tracks as of late. There's no way you can't go with Rocket Man.
Other notables to look at for this Cup race, obviously Joey Logano. He scored the most points the last 10 races here. Brad Keselowski's always good. And Ricky Stenhouse, too. If he does not wreck the whole field on Sunday, I look for him to be fast because he does have a win here at Talladega. So he got his first career win. But let's stay out of trouble, Ricky, and see that happen.
Yeah. Guys, a couple other little things to kind of touch on, as we're going to Talladega restrictor plate track. It did just get announced today. NASCAR is altering the tapered spacer entries on these cars once again, looking to limit that airflow and try to cut out about 35 to 40 miles of horsepower, I should say, on these cars. They're trying to kind of keep down the tandem draft. So that's one thing that we'll see how that plays out in the race. And another thing we always have to talk about, especially within the last year or two, we're coming to Talladega, restrictor plate. Let's see how the manufacturer alliances play out again. We're in an era right now where more than ever, Fords are being made to work with other Fords. Toyotas made to work with Toyotas, and Chevys with Chevys, and so on. I think that's going to be another huge storyline this Sunday. I think that's something to look out for, because somebody's going to get put into a precarious situation where they're a Chevy driver, a Toyota driver, what have you, and have to push somebody of a different manufacturer, and we'll see how all that plays out. It's always one of the more interesting dynamics in this modern Cup racing restrictor plate package.
Right, yeah. It always seems like they always do that up until the final lap, and then they'll start working with the different manufacturers. But, yeah, that should be fun to see because, a few years ago we saw the Stewart-Haas racing train work itself out and got Eric Almirola that win. So, yeah, definitely something to look out for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, you got anything else to add before we head into Talladega?
I got one thing to mention.
All right, go ahead.
How about NASCAR being the first sport to let fans back in? Now, it's limited fans, but it's fans.
Yeah, they're bringing in 5,000 fans for Talladega, and we just got word that our good buddy Dakota will be going to that race. So we're going to be having him on for the Talladega review show just to see what it is like being one of 5,000 fans being allowed inside the racetrack. So that should be a good show, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a really good time having Dakota Rutledge on. Dakota's one of my favorite accounts on Twitter. He's got some good content. He throws a good jab every once in a while. He's really funny too. So if you're not following him, that's at NASCAR Baby. Show our boy some love. He's a lot of fun out there.
All right, guys. So I think that will do it for our Talladega preview. So for the Stock Car Spectacle, I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Mike Gamble.
I'm Nick Hinsel.
And I'm Patrick Codo.
And guys, make sure to follow our good buddy Patrick Codo on Twitter and Instagram. He's got some great content. You can follow him on all podcast platforms. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well. And you can listen to us on podcast platforms just in case you don't want to watch us on YouTube. Don't know why. We got these beautiful mugs that you can look at. But yeah, that'll do it for us. Guys, thanks for watching. And have fun watching Talladega.